are you today? Okay, good to hear that. On this occasion, I will talk about academic presentation and a little of my experience when making academic presentation about the Korean Wave. Before that, allow me to introduce myself first. My name is Sintia Indrayani and my student ID number is 221-202-1027 and I'm from 2A class. So without any further ado, let's watch the video. In my opinion, a good academic presentation is when the presentation is well prepared. Preparing material that is really ready will make it easier for us to make good and effective presentation. A professional can be seen when the readiness of the material to be delivered is neatly arranged. Academic presentation can also be said to be good when the academic presentation are able to be presented in an interesting way. The goal is that the exposure material that we make doesn't just convey information but can also attract the attention of the audience. For example, we can use a variety of learning methods to maintain audience interest. Use with humor, surprise, or move freely among your listeners so that participants are interested and focus on the presentation we are delivering. There are several things that need to be prepared when making an academic presentation, include determining in advance what topics will be presented. Choosing the right topic is very important. The right topics are those that are relevant to your audience and that you can master well in order to be able to share knowledge maximally. Of course, we also have to understand the audience. Without understanding who your listeners are, it will be difficult for us to design well understood presentation. It is no less important to be prepared, namely by preparing presentation requirements so that the academic presentation delivered can be riveting and more structured. I also want to share about my experience when I do academic presentation. Based on my experience when doing academic presentation about the Korean Wave, the most difficult part was when my group and I had to be able to master the material to be presented. This is because at the same time, my group and I still have to complete several other tasks, so our focus is divided. Another difficulty I faced while doing an academic presentation about the Korean Wave was when my group and I had to be able to make a video according to a predetermined duration. At that time, when my group and I finished making the presentation video, it turned out that the duration exceeded the allotted time. So at the same time, we have to summarize again the material and repeat recording our video presentation. In addition, there are many sources on the internet that contain information related to the Korean Wave phenomenon, making it quite difficult for us to determine which sources we will use in compiling material about this phenomenon, so that later the discussion of the material is not too convoluted and can be structured well. The obstacle that I most often face when making academic presentation is an unstable network connection. Because the video presentation process about the Korean Wave was carried out via a Zoom meeting, of course my group and I had to have a stable network connection so that the video making process could run smoothly. However, based on my experience with group members when making presentation about the Korean Wave, some of my friends' internet networks often experience interruption. This condition then caused us to re-record 2 to 3 times, and of course this took quite a lot of time, so the process of making and recording the video lasted until late at night. In addition, The disruption of this network connection made some parts of our video lag or experience jams, which then caused some pronunciation to sound unclear. Even though we experienced several problems in the process of making and completing this video presentation, the process from start to finish was very fun and very enjoyable. And of course, these constraints can be used as evaluation material so that in the future I will be able to make academic presentation even better than before. This academic presentation about the Korean wave certainly provides new experiences and knowledge for me, where I can find out what makes this phenomenon global. My thoughts about this phenomenon are also increasingly open. Currently, many people think that the Korean wave is having a bad impact on Indonesia especially. But actually, it depends on how we respond to the entry of the Korean wave phenomenon. If we are able to take advantage of this phenomenon, of course, this Korean wave will very benefit for us and will also have a good impact on Indonesia and vice versa. So that's all about my video about academic presentation and little bit my experience when I did academic presentation about the Korean wave phenomenon. I hope you guys can enjoy watch my video and my video can be useful for all of you. Goodbye, thank you and have a nice day everyone.